Support for Destination Michigan is provided by the CMU Bookstore. T-shirts, sweatshirts, hats, maroon and gold memories, and an official outfitter of Adidas apparel at the Central Michigan University-owned and operated CMU Bookstore. Online shopping 7 days a week at cmubookstore.com. The CMU Bookstore, online at cmubookstore.com, on campus in the University Center, and game day locations at Kelly Short Stadium and the CMU Events Center.
Hi and welcome to Destination Michigan, where we explore the beauty, creativity, and destinations in our Great Lakes state. Tonight, we're going to meet some outstanding Michiganders, and we'll travel across the mitten to visit the communities that make Michigan unique. Here's a glimpse of tonight's travels on Destination Michigan. Tonight, we head on an underwater adventure in Auburn Hills at the Michigan SEA LIFE Aquarium. Then we'll visit Better Made Snack Foods in Detroit, where the whole chip making process from bin to bag only takes 7 minutes. Plus, learn how to get connected with all 4 seasons at Midland's Chippewa Nature Center. Next, we meet an organization who helps handicapped Michiganders get out on the lake to enjoy boating and fishing.
And I won't be in heaven or in Iowa, but I will be at my own field of dreams. We are talking baseball, baby.
Tonight, our journey starts at sea in Auburn Hills. Destination Michigan's Stephanie Mills takes us on a tour of the Michigan SEA LIFE Aquarium, where she got to spend some time underwater.
There is nothing like a trip to the aquarium to bring out your inner child. That's why people, young and old, are going crazy over the Michigan SEA LIFE Aquarium in Auburn Hills. I mean, who doesn't like staring at sharks and jellyfish all day?
And it really is a great place for the whole family. We have 25 exhibits, and the great thing is you're always learning something. There's amazing things to see throughout the whole attraction.
Amazing. Yup, when you look up the word amazing, you'll probably find a picture of this place, Sea Life, in the dictionary. The new attraction is located inside the Great Lakes Shopping Mall, and it's taking the state by storm.
Well, we have over 5,000 creatures here at SEA LIFE Michigan. We have small fish, big fish, we have something for everybody to see.
Lucy Handel isn't kidding. From big tanks to little ones, round ones, square ones, regardless of their size, you'll be in awe when you see what's in them.
The biggest tank here is 120,000 gallons, which is our ocean exhibit. And this has 3 species of shark, 2 species of stingray, hundreds of tropical fish, and it also has our giant green moray eel in as well, who's over 6 foot long.
This tank is incredible. You can easily spend hours just standing under the tunnel watching the sharks, the rays, and other fish swimming over your head. You can't help but feel like you're underwater. And the animals aren't shy either. They like looking at you as much as you like looking at them. If you want to see even more stingrays, there's another tank filled with dozens of them, and they're pretty happy to see you too. They swim right up to you. Some jump out of the water, and all look like they have a smile on their face. This place is also a huge hit when workers come to feed them all.
One of our main focuses at SEA LIFE as a whole is breed, rescue, protect, and we really want people to learn about the local environment, how they can conserve it, how they can protect it, and also the environment as a whole, like sharks, turtles, seahorses, all these things that we rescue, breed, and protect. I think a great thing for this area is our Great Lakes section. You can learn about all the cool fish that you have all around you in this environment, which for kids and adults is amazing.
At SEA LIFE, not only do you come face to face with creatures you never get to see below the water, their interactive displays help you get a real feel of what they're made of. It's not every day you get a manicure from these shrimp who walk right up to you to give you a good cleaning.
One of the cool things we have here is our interactive touch pool, and you can really get hands-on with the species in here. So you can hold a starfish, urchins, hermit crabs, horseshoe crabs, lobsters, and you can learn about these cool things. Horseshoe crabs, for example, the species of millions of years old, and they're actually closely related to spiders and scorpions. You can touch these things and hands-on learning, which I think is great for all ages.
Another fun feature they offer here are behind the scenes tour. That's where you find out exactly how much care goes into looking after all these creatures, how much they eat, and how to figure out what species fits with another in a tank. There's also a rotating exhibit that during our stop featured turtles.
Breed Rescue Protect is really important to us at Sea Life, and we want people to learn something amazing, but also learn how they can protect the environment on a wider scale as well as a local scale, whether that's picking up trash or helping us in some of our conservation projects that we do in the local area. It's really important to us, and we want people to love the oceans and waterways like we do. We have to take care of the environment, and it's going to take care of us.
To learn more about Sea Life's conservation efforts and their outreach programs, head to their website. Well, next we visit a destination in Detroit that's not open to the public. Destination Michigan got an exclusive behind-the-scenes tour of Better Made Snack Foods' potato chip factory. In the 1930s, there were over 20 companies making potato chips in Detroit. And today, there's only one left. They kept the company in the family, and they kept the company motto of staying true to quality ingredients. Welcome to Better Made Snack Foods. The storefront you see here on Gratiot has been here since the 1940s. Now they've made quite a few renovations and additions since then, 19 of them to be exact. But the smell of potato products coming out of here hasn't changed a bit, and that's thanks to Michiganders who love their potato chips.
The national average of potato chip consumption per person is 3 pounds, but here it's 7 pounds per person. So we're a real potato chip crazy part of the country here.
And considering Better Made sells mainly in Michigan, with only a little presence in other states, that's good for business. On bags of their potato chips, you'll see the stamp, Made in Michigan. They're not kidding.
All the salt that we use comes from the salt mines up near St. Clair. The boxes that we ship the potatoes in come from a company right here in Detroit. The seasoning that we use, about a third comes from a company right here in Michigan.
And the potatoes themselves? Well, 10 months out of the year, Better Made uses Michigan-grown spuds.
Our farmers here in Michigan, top-notch growers of potatoes. Everything is harvested by November the 1st and then stored, and we can pull potatoes out of storage right through about the middle of June.
These semi-trucks deliver 50,000 pounds of potatoes in each trip. And from those bins to the end of the production line's bag of potato chips, the whole process only takes 7 minutes.
Potatoes just roll out the back door and into conveyor belts that bring them into the building. They are sorted by size.
When the potatoes are ready to be used, they get taken from storage to the destoner, so twigs and stones from the farmer's field can be removed. Next, they get washed before heading to the part of the process where the potatoes are peeled.
The peeler has got long tubes with abrasive material on the outside that spin as the potatoes slide on by, and it takes off just enough of the peel in order to get the potato ready to be fried. You don't want to take too much of the peel off because you'll be ending up throwing away some of the good potato. You don't want to leave too much on because then the potato chips will have dark edges around the potato chips.
Then the potatoes are inspected to make sure they aren't too big to fit through the slicing machine, and they're checked for defects.
The potato that is exposed to the sun will turn green and it'll taste and look bad, so they're looking for any defects in the potatoes and they're taking them out. At that point, then they're conveyed to another spot where it comes through the slicer. It's got a big brass wheel inside that spins with sharp knives on it, and as it's spinning, it's sliced from that potato at exactly the right thickness that we want and in the shape we want. We will have either a flat potato chip or a crinkle cut or a wave type potato chip.
Next up, starch is removed and the chips head to the fryer. Cottonseed oil fries the chips for 3 to 4 minutes. Then they're salted and get transported to the packaging room.
The chips are then conveyed up to the mezzanine section where they're to be packaged. The chips will fall into a scale, and the scale has multiple buckets on it, and each one of those buckets are weighed by the computer, and it knows what combination will make the combination of chips necessary to make the ounces per bag. So if you have a 10-ounce bag, you might have 4 buckets that are at 2.5 to 2 to 3 ounces, and the computer will know which one of the buckets on those scales to open. It will simultaneously open and fall down into the packaging area, where the machine will then cut the top of the bag, seal it, create the seal for the next bag, and then that whole process will continue. You can do about a 10-ounce bag at about 30 to 40 bags per minute.
Now, on a good production day, that equates to about 10,000 cases of potato chips, and they could be of a variety of different potato products.
Potato chips were all plain until about the 1960s. Starting in the 1960s, barbecue and sour cream and onion seasonings were added. And then since then, you can get a potato chip with just about any flavor that you want on it. We have quite a wide variety. We have 4 different kinds of barbecue. Our honey barbecue is a new product we brought out last year that's a really nice product. But we have our hot barbecue, our salt and vinegar, our dill pickle ones that you saw being made today.
Plus, 70% of Better Made employees live in the city of Detroit. They use Michigan products to make Michigan products to sell to mainly Michigan consumers. That's a Michigan family-owned business.
They plan on staying in Detroit, keeping it in the family, and hoping for another 85 years of great growth.
You can get more information on this grocery shelf destination at bettermadesnackfoods.com. Well, be it winter, spring, summer, or fall, there's never a bad time of year to visit the Chippewa Nature Center in Midland. It's kind of hard to believe that this 1,200-acre retreat, complete with wildlife, water, and 15 miles of walking trails, is located just a few miles from downtown Midland. As Stephanie Mills shows us, if you love the outdoors, you're going to love it here.
Chippewa Nature Center was founded in 1966 by members of the Midland Nature Club, and we're a private nonprofit center that's open to everybody and free and year-round. 1971 was the first Earth Day, so everyone was all interested in environmental education and saving the environment and improving things. So Kalamazoo had started one, and the folks here in Midland thought we need to start something like that out in Midland too. So we found this property and added on to it over the years, and started up with a small day camp program in the summer, which still goes on.
The Nature Day Camp here is their oldest running program, and it's one of many reasons the Chippewa Nature Center is such a hit for kids and adults. They also have a kids' discovery area where kids can read books, play with puppets, or go on a field trip. And visitors can also take part in some of the 250 adult and family programs offered here.
The vast majority of it is free. If you have to call and pre-register for a field trip or a workshop, using our kayaks or transporting people in a van or materials for a basket making class, then there's a small fee for that. To drop in on any particular day is free.
If you come here and miss something outside, inside the visitor center, they bring the outdoors to life with several colorful and interactive displays.
The Nature Center has so much to offer people of all ages. You can come in at sunrise, even before the building's open, and take a walk and look at the birds. And when the building's open, we have a nice exhibit gallery that talks about our 4 main ecosystems, the rivers, wetlands, fields, and woodlands. We have a nice wildlife viewing area where there's a water feature and squirrels and wild turkeys and all sorts of birds feeding.
The wildlife viewing area is really cool. While you're in the room watching all the animals and birds, you can also hear them through a speaker that brings all the sound from the outside in.
Besides the visitor center, we have a historic farm. So Memorial Day through Labor Day, on Sunday afternoons, the farm is open for the public, and they can visit the log cabin and a barn, see farm animals, visit a log schoolhouse, and see like chickens and sheep and pigs and cattle. We used to have a cow and a calf. And then we also have maple syrup. That's throughout the month of March.
Maple syrup making was in full swing during our visit. We caught a glimpse of the process and got to try a sample too. You can even buy some of their syrup at the visitor center. Every year they put on the Maple Syrup Day. It's one of their biggest events. Throughout the summer, they also grow tons of heirloom vegetables on their farm and donate a lot of the produce to a local food pantry.
We really talk in many ways about how people and nature are interconnected and we need one another. And it also just feeds the soul. You can come out and go for a walk. It's a nice relaxing spot and it gives back.
So come rain or shine, no day is ever the same at the Chippewa Nature Center. Each day and each season brings about something new to discover.
The Chippewa Nature Center is a destination whether you like spring, summer, fall, or winter, whether you like nature, whether you like history, if you like flowers, if you like animals, if you like to paddle on the river or strap on snowshoes, if you like to ski, if you like archaeology, if you like so many different things, we likely have a way for you to enjoy the outdoors and how we are connected to it here at Chippewa Nature Center.
The volunteers who help out at the Chippewa Nature Center are a vital part of everything that happens there. If you're interested in volunteering, or if you want to learn about their many programs, go to chippewanaturecenter.org. Now, with our abundance of beautiful bodies of water in the Great Lakes state, many of us have water-themed hobbies. However, outdoor recreational activities like boating and fishing can be difficult for Michiganders who are wheelchair-bound. But thanks to a nonprofit organization in Otter Lake, physically handicapped individuals have the opportunity to participate in these activities more easily all summer long.
Meeting people with disabilities is always something that's very rewarding. You think you got it tough, and then you see somebody that really has it real tough. And then they look at people that are worse off than them, and they feel the same way.
And that's one of the reasons why Al Sorge founded the nonprofit organization Barrier Free Boating in 2013. He wanted people in wheelchairs to enjoy the water and outdoor recreational activities with ease.
This was a thought that came into my mind after a close friend of mine passed away. And we used to hunt and fish and do everything together, and I knew how much it meant to him to be able to get out and fish. I wanted to do this for other people in wheelchairs so that they didn't have to go through a lot of effort to get out and enjoy the outdoors.
Thanks to Barrier Free Boating, people can rent their handicap-accessible pontoon or fish off their specialty-made dock on Otter Lake for absolutely free.
The age group going out is from 9 to 99. So we cover the whole spectrum of generations and everything else. We were originally founded to handle disabled on the boat, and that's what it was built for. Well, then we decided to expand it to veterans groups, youth groups like Big Brothers and Big Sisters, and senior care facilities. So we've got a broad spectrum of people that we service. They take advantage of it.
We have a big dock system that goes out about 50 feet out from the shoreline. The biggest part is 24 feet wide and 12 feet long. It's out in 17 feet of water. It's excellent fishing there. The little kids like to come and catch bluegills all day long, and some of the bigger kids, like myself, we like to go out there and catch the bigger bass. We've had bass and pike caught right off the end of the dock also. This is a deep lake. This is at least 120 feet deep in the center. It's a very clean lake.
The dock is open to the public and the boat requires reservations. Access to both is located in the campground in Otter Lake Village Park. In the park, you'll also find seating areas specifically designed with handicapped individuals in mind.
Thanks to Al and his group, we've worked together to make this happen, and it's worked out very well. It's popular, it's getting some traction, people really enjoy it, and they think, wow, that's something different, and it's much needed, as we can tell by the numbers. And it's just like this area where we're sitting right now. This was also put together of the handicap in mind, this little seating area, the tables and stuff, and it was done also through Al's company and through the Lapeer County Community Foundation. Made a substantial donation to put this little area right here together for handicapped folks.
And donations are key in maintaining these experiences and keeping them free of charge for hundreds of people who enjoy them. The organization consists of all volunteers, so donations and grant money go strictly to the operation and purchasing of equipment.
When we have our fundraisers here and people come here, we might have 200-300 people here that are in wheelchairs. It's a good feeling. It's a very good feeling to be able to help, give back to the community that for years have been pushed in a corner pretty much. I mean, they don't even hardly leave the house a lot of times. So we're encouraging them to get out and have fun, enjoy boating and fishing with the family and their friends.
If you're interested in reserving the pontoon boat for a half hour or even an entire day, head to barrierfreeboating.org. The website has availability information as well as forms you'll need to submit to confirm a reservation. The Village of Otter Lake also hosts live music in the park for visitors' entertainment that you can plan your visit around. That schedule can be found at villageofatterlake.com. Well, another beloved summertime activity is playing baseball, and people from all over the Mitten travel to Detroit to catch a game at Comerica Park with the Tigers. Here's Destination Michigan's Bob Garner at the ballpark.
So often on Destination Michigan, you've heard me say to find the soul of this great old state of Michigan, you've got to get off the freeway. But not in this case. The interstates are an easy way into Comerica Park, in the place my beloved Detroit Tigers call home. Now, this is not the old Tiger Stadium of my youth, but they have done a great job of making this park and the surrounding area very baseball friendly, and in the process somehow transferred the memory of Mickey Lolich or Mark the Bird Fidrich on the mound. In my mind, I can still imagine Cash and McAuliffe and Northrop and Horton, and of course Al Kaline, who owned right field, Kaline's Corner. Family friendly, safe and fun. It's a great stadium in its own right. Ron, tell me about Comerica Park. I love coming here. I think it's one of the great privileges in life. What makes it so special for baseball in your view?
What makes it so special is it's a point of destination for all fans, for families, for those who want to come out and just enjoy a day or an evening together, or if you want to come out individually and come out and watch a ball game. But what we try to do is have something for everyone, and we really believe that we're accomplishing those goals in what this ballpark offers and all the amenities to it.
So you've got the Ferris wheel and the carousels and all that for the kids, but you even run specials to bring the whole family out.
Well, from the time you get close to the park, we want your experience to be the best and to create memories for those that are first walking into the ballpark, maybe for the first time, or maybe for the 115th time, or maybe you went to Tiger Stadium. But when you come to Comerica Park, you walk up, you see the ballpark, it instantly puts a good feeling into you. There's a good vibe to being so close. And then you see the big tiger at the main gate, and you walk through, and then all the camaraderie of the Tiger fans. It's pretty amazing. And everyone's here for one reason. Obviously cheer on the Tigers to victory, but also, most importantly, is to have a good time and enjoy yourself.
I tell people that there are many great seats in this ballpark, but there's not a bad seat in the ballpark.
There really isn't. It does have a lot of intimacy to it, 41,000 and change with the capacity. It all depends too on the person and the individual. Some fans like to sit higher in the upper deck. Some like to sit in the Tiger Den seats where there's a little bit more shade perhaps. Some want to sit right by the dugout and they want to yell at the umpire and the opposing team. Some want to sit by the bullpen and heckle the opposing relievers. And I, as a fan growing up, I'm still a fan today, I mean, I'd like to experience different locations at different times, and then you kind of figure out, well, I like this one pretty much on a regular basis. This ballpark has great sight lines. Again, it's really up to the individual as to where they would want to sit. So what I would recommend to tell someone is to call the Tigers. Let us help you figure out a way to get to the ballpark. And you talk about cost factors, and there's various ways to buy a ticket, whether it's through a group discount or to buy a ticket that meets your means, whether it's a seat downstairs, an infield box, or if you want to sit in the bleachers, which is always a great spot because there's always a better chance to catch a Miguel Cabrera home run.
Yeah, exactly.
Now we'll conclude our episode with some Destination Michigan trivia for you. There are only a few hundred Mortier amaryllis organs left in the world, and the Music House Museum is home to one of them. When visitors tour this Michigan museum, they get to hear its beautiful music. So your trivia question for the night is, in what town is the Music House Museum located? The answer is Acme. Besides the famous Mortier amaryllis organ, hundreds of other authentically restored musical memorabilia are showcased in the museum's farm buildings. Instruments like music boxes, Nickelodeons, pianos, concert and fair organs all adorn the halls. Guests are welcome to explore the instruments from spring blossom time through autumn color season and around the December holidays. Learn more at musichouse.org. Well, thanks for joining us tonight on Destination Michigan. We hope you'll tune in again and learn more about the state we all love to call home.